Hi everyone, I am Mrs. P. Jagadambal, Assistant Professor, Department of Human Development, Avinash Lingam University. Happy to meet you again with yet another interesting and important topic, child guidance clinics, their relevance in the current scenario, their organizational setup, the services provided by them and the benefits we receive. As all aware, advancement in lifestyles have brought in the enormous change in the lives of man. Today's modern technological world brings lot of problems to the mankind. There are so many hindrances for the people in leading a quality life. The stress we undergo spreads across the lifespan. To be precise, the stress has a long-lasting effect on all the human beings from all walks of life. We are concerned more with the physical health of a person and not much importance is given to the mental health. Researchers prove that people experience mental health issues equal to their physical health. You could hear even a small child uttering the word tension. These young ones are stressed for various reasons which need to be given greater attention. One such attempt is child guidance clinics. In this module, we are going to discuss about the origin of child guidance clinics, definition and concept of child guidance clinics, need and significance of child guidance clinics, their objectives and principles, their organizational setups, services provided at these clinics and the treatment offered. Origin of child guidance clinic. Each and every parent dream about bringing up their children as healthy and happy adults with sound physical and mental status. Families were considered as a prime source of catering to the physical and psychological needs of children. When the modern health movement started, medical professionals and social workers realized that health is not merely physical wellness, it also encompasses the mental well-being. So, the need to expand the components of human well-being called in for mental health services. Initial mental health services focused only on the treatment of abnormal person, usually adults. Gradual progress in the field leads to subsequent clinical studies of adult mental and behavior disorders. The results indicated that the cases under observation had a long history of abnormality and treating them at a later stage was of not use. This necessitated the existence of preventive steps for children in mental health programs. It became inevitable that coordinated approach is needed from the physical, mental, educational and social domains for the children to develop into wholesome adults. Initially, child guidance clinics were started as community agency to study and treat the children in need. Social psychiatrists like Dr. Adolf Meyer, Dr. William A. White, Dr. Thomas W. Solomon, and Dr. E. Southard insisted on the study of the individual as a whole, his environment and his reactions to it, and not only to the study of his individual organ systems. The child guidance movement gained its momentum in the society through the work of these activists. Dr. William Healy and his associates were the first to apply child guidance principles in the treatment of children way back in 1909 at the Juvenile Psychopathic Institute, more recently known as the Institute for Juvenile Research in Chicago, and then at the Judge Baker Foundation in Boston. Dr. Healy's work led to a new understanding of cause and effect relationship and resulted in the formulation of constructive doctrine for the treatment of juvenile delinquency. The first child guidance clinic was started in 1922 as a part of Commonwealth Funds program, which was a private organization. This program took up the training of social workers and the promotion of visiting teacher services in the public schools. It also concentrated more in general establishment of clinical facilities in the larger cities throughout the country. In India, the establishment of first child guidance clinic happened in 1939 at Tata Institute in Mumbai. Child Guidance Clinic in New Delhi and Chennai were simultaneously set up in 1955. Since then, a gradual development is happening in the field of child guidance owing to the great inputs by various social psychiatrists, government and non-governmental organizations. Moving on to the definition and concept of child guidance clinics. A child guidance clinic can be defined as the medico-social facilities established with the aim of conducting the organized and scientific study of maladjusted children and treating them effectively. In the words of Stevenson and Smith, child guidance clinic is any organization that attempts to marshal the resources of a community on behalf of the children who are in distress because of unsatisfied inner needs or are seriously at outs with their environments. Children whose development is thrown out of balance by difficulties which results in unhealthy traits, unacceptable behaviors or inability to cope up with societal and educational exploitations. Child guidance clinics are specialized centers which deal with children both normal and abnormal intelligence who exhibit a range of behaviors and psychological problems. In short, child guidance centers are those which identify, analyze, treat and rehabilitate children with problems. Every child has a basic right that his or her all-round development should be ensured. For this to happen, a child's physical and psychological functioning and the environmental contribution at home, school and community should be taken care of. This can be done successfully only with the proper networking of counseling services to the child and the contributing factors like family and friends. Need and significance of child guidance clinics. Child guidance clinics form a significant part in the structure of present-day social and medical services. They are intended to develop a child into a wholesome personality. They are different from traditional medical clinics and focus on the total environment of the child who are in need. The child guidance clinic is needed to improve the adjustment of children to their environment. The child guidance clinics consider the need for change in personality of the children and help in eliminating the factors hindering their optimum development. Child guidance clinics provide assistance to the family in taking care of maladjusted children. Children in need are provided with necessary care and services to develop them as an individual with optimal potentials. Child guidance clinics work in coherence with other institutions catering to the needs of children like schools, hospitals and recreational centers. This collaborative work can result in effective treatment of children. Thus, the need for child guidance is widely spread among the modern day communities. Children and families needing such help are growing in numbers. If they go unnoticed, serious consequences will be faced by the society. This scenario explains the significance of organized child guidance centers. Objectives and principles of child guidance. The child guidance clinic is an integral component of health and welfare services provided for children and families. The main objectives of the child guidance clinics are as follows. Providing assistance for the maladjusted children. They may include children with behavioral problems like bedwetting, thumb sucking, sleep and speech disorders. Providing care and guidance for mentally retarded children. Providing care and assistance for children with academic disorders like learning disabilities, ADHD and slow learners. Helping parents and families in caring and upbringing of maladjusted children. Providing guidance and counseling to parents and family to deal with the children in need. Equipping other child-related institutes like schools, general clinics and recreation centers with knowledge and skill to identify and refer the children in need. Hence, the child guidance clinic work based on the following principles. The first one is approaching a needy child with all the care and services. A maladjusted child cannot be diagnosed or treated by a single person, so a team of workers jointly helps such children. Children are treated as a whole. Each aspect of the personality, like physical, educational, emotional, social, and financial aspects, are taken care by the staff specialized in the respective field. Organization of child guidance clinics. A child guidance clinic deals with children in difficult situations, seeking help in getting out of such situations and develop into good personalities. So, a child guidance center cannot function as a single separate unit, and it needs to collaborate with number of specialists in order to understand the disorders of children and prescribing them with ways to come out of them. Thus, child guidance clinic work on the basis of teamwork. It is evident that the treatment procedures in child guidance clinics call for a teamwork because children face a wide range of problems. These include psychiatric, psychological, psychopathological, sociological, and educational problems. Members of the team not only help the children to come out of their problems, but also they enrich their knowledge by sharing information and ideas among the team members. Each member of the team should understand their role and act accordingly, and should work as a group to confront the issues. A democratic situation is to be maintained within the team members. The basic team of child guidance center should include 3 specialists: a psychologist, a social worker, and a psychiatrist. The roles and responsibilities of these specialists are discussed as below. Psychologist. The main task of a psychologist is to examine the child by applying routine tests to assess the mental abilities of the child brought for diagnosis. But his work doesn't stop with this. He has got a major role to play in the diagnosis of the problem. He can administer a wide range of psychological tests, including IQ test or projective techniques, to assist the psychiatrist to understand the psychological aspects of each child deeply. Psychologists also need to interpret the results of the administered test based on the conditions and personality of the particular child. Next comes social worker. A social worker can no longer be considered as a person who engages in charitable work, but in child guidance centers, they have much more contributions to make. Though it is difficult to define the role of a social worker in child guidance clinics, the major responsibility of gathering the much needed history of the child and his environment lies with the social workers only. They assist the psychiatrist in determining the treatment of a particular child and executing the same. At the same time, the social worker acts as an information provider to the society about the services available in the center and mobilizes the resources available to create a conducive environment for the child guidance practitioners to function effectively. Thus, the field of social work has attained a status of an independent profession whose importance is increasing in the therapeutic center. Psychiatrist. The role of a psychiatrist in a child guidance clinic is difficult to prescribe, but a psychiatrist can be considered as the principal member in the child guidance setup. This is due to the fact that any child psychiatrist plays the important role in the team by virtue of their training in various areas like medical, psychiatric, pediatric, and sometimes even in psychoanalytic areas also. His or her major role is to make a thorough diagnosis of the cases and also determines the best suitable therapy for the child in need. The psychiatrist also has the responsibility of supervising the entire team for the effective function of the unit. In most cases, he or she contributes the ideas based on which the child's treatment procedures are fixed. Though the social worker has the responsibility of conducting interviews with the parents and others, when the child comes for treatment, the psychiatrist can also conduct clinical interviews with the children and their parents in order to have a better understanding of the problem. There are some other members who form a part of child guidance clinic. Apart from the basic team, various other specialists may collaborate and contribute to the effective functioning of child guidance clinics. The number of team members and their activities depends upon the scope of the clinic's activity and the services provided in the particular center. Some center might stop with the diagnosis of the problem where the need for additional specialists is not needed. Some centers will have functional units for which additional team members are essential. The following are some of the specialists found to be useful in child guidance setup. First is psychotherapist. The psychiatrist alone cannot undertake all the psychotherapeutic treatment necessary in a child guidance clinic. Some of the cases require simple psychoanalysis to assess the problem. In such cases, a psychotherapist plays a crucial role in the setup, but care should be taken to supervise them. A psychotherapist should be integrated into the team and take part in the case conferences. Next comes the specialist teacher. Most of the child's maladjustments are expressed in his or her school life. This may hinder their academic progress as well bring in adjustment problems in the school and in the families too. These type of children need special remedial coaching in the guidance clinic along with the treatment procedure. So, the presence of a special teacher is more important in a guidance center in order to help the children to overcome their academic difficulties. The dual treatment of specialist teaching and therapies requires the collaboration of specialist teacher and psychotherapist. Physiotherapist. In any child guidance clinic, it is desirable to have a physiotherapist for diagnosis and also for therapy. Children who come to the child guidance clinic will generally have some motor defects ranging in degrees of severity. So, the need for physiotherapist is inevitable to provide relaxation and tonicity for enhancing their motor ability. Speech therapist. Experienced and trained speech therapists are needed in the child guidance clinics to undertake the tasks of correcting speech disorders, which can be the underlying cause for the maladjustment in the school, family, and society. Nurses. The duty of nurses in the child guidance clinic is similar to the general health clinics. The prime duty of the nurses is to provide holistic care to the children in need and establish a good rapport with the parents. Services provided at child guidance clinics. The major services provided at the child guidance clinics include the following: early detection, diagnosis, and treatment. These services are provided for the children and the family who are all affected by the behavioral, social, emotional, intellectual, and personal problem. Some center provides intervention services for various maladjustment, and coping strategies were also provided by some centers both for the child and the family. The child guidance clinics generally offer the following services: parent education services. It offers these services to prevent developmental and behavioral problems by providing assessment, education, and intervention services to the parents and young children. Psychosocial services. These are offered to promote, maintain, and restore mental health for the children and the family. Screening is done to check for possible defects in domains of development using various assessment tools. Referral services are offered based on the severity of defects and maladjustments. Further references are made for in-depth diagnosis and specialized treatment. Treatment offered in child guidance clinics. In child guidance clinics, the treatment of children is not carried out by a single person. It is a teamwork, and the members of the team and their roles have already been discussed. Based on the nature and severity of the problem, the team members discuss and contribute towards the treatment. Any child who comes to Child Guidance Center is treated as a whole personality on all the encompassing aspects like physical, intellectual, social, emotional and psychological needs are taken care by the specialized team members. The treatment of the child has two components. First one is treating the needed child himself, and the second component is involving the family as a unit in the treatment of children. The child will be diagnosed with any physical illness, and if it exists, treatment is given for the same. Psychotherapy including suggestion, hypnosis, re-education and psychoanalysis are done. Play therapy is also offered for children in need. Foster care treatment and rehabilitative services are also offered. Institutional and school placement is done for the children. Next comes family. Parents are provided with counseling and attitude therapy in order to cope with the maladjusted children. Even the primary and secondary caretakers were given the same. Any therapeutic treatment can be given to the family members when the need arises. Conclusion. At the present, when the world is fast moving and the people are kept under constant pressure, the guidance and counseling services play a pivotal role in the wellness of the society. Stress occupies a major part in the lives of individuals across lifespan, right from infancy to old age. The grown-up adults at least have the maturity and ability to cope with a certain extent of stress and tension. Think of young children and adolescents. First of all, they won't even know that they have some problem. If at all they realize, they don't find any avenue to cope up and get out of it. In this scenario, the child guidance clinics become an essential part of the medical and health services. It is necessary to take into account the need for change in child's personality and contributing factors so that the inhibiting factors for optimum development can be thoroughly eliminated. Child guidance clinics are agencies for enhancing children's adjustment to their environment and their social relationship and help them to develop their individual capacities. These clinics are to be popularized and they need to be utilized when needed to provide decent lives for our younger ones. Thank you.